Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for letting us take that quick break. And we appreciate everyone who's stuck right through it.
You weren't supposed to say that.
As the group has reconvened, we did forget to mention, but they did pick up one more vial of vampire blood just so that they could get to Pewter Barrel. So that they have enough to get there, which cost them from their party funds about 500 gold. But they've been able to get that picked up. And you're able to enter the Nightmare Realm. It will take you guys 1 day to Pewter Barrel.
Only 1 day from here?
Yep, only 1 day.
Yeah, it's very close.
Do I need anything in Pewter Barrel or no?
I thought Pewter Barrel's further.
What?
Need anything in
We were already there. We've been there.
Bed.
We're gonna be
That's my
dropping.
home.
Yeah,
Fair
fair and soft.
It's
You
it's
went
a
out into
little
the woods
over
and
1 day, but it's about a
got
day and a
killed by
half there.
Right.
So it's about a day and a half total to there.
Okay.
It's halfway on your way back to
I didn't think.
the Lore Watch portal.
No, it's
All right. As we enter the Nightmare Wastes, or Nightmare Realm again. Sorry, not Nightmare Wastes. That's for the future. Who's going to pull?
If no one's going to, I'm going to do the thing.
Sure you go.
to do the thing.
Are we going through the Nightmare Waste place? Okay.
Yeah, the night.
Not my
Nightmare
realm.
Realm.
Is it going to be a day of travel?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we get traveling too far, Yoshika's going to approach Cairo with some of her extra gold and ask him how easy it is for him to make gold leaf.
For decorating or...
Well, I thought maybe, I can't remember if you and I talked about this in character, if it was just us talking about it.
Ooh.
We're just talking about
Just
it.
talking
Yeah,
about it. Okay, you would
Ooh.
know about this then.
That's going to be
Yoshiko
very
will try to
interesting.
surprise you, even though you and I have spoken about this. Yoshiko's going to do this discreetly. I feel bad that Marcella has had her wings torn up, and so I thought using gold leaf could fix the edges.
But you notice a new color.
Huh?
A new eye color.
New eye color.
Violet.
Have we seen Violet?
No.
No.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
this was another one that you guys haven't met.
Jeez, it's crazy.
Would Yoshiko care at this point? We've confirmed that you're a weirdo.
You tell
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, she's going to be interested in this one.
Yeah, it's a
For
new
you,
one.
okay.
Oh! Great. Well, unless you break out a Japanese accent.
I can't do a Japanese very well.
そうだよね.
Hui!
I'm not-
Daisy-chan!
I can't do Japanese. I can't do any Asian accents. I
He just has subtitles.
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just learn Japanese, Rex. Come
Bingo.
on.
Simple.
No.
Okay.
I tried learning French in 5 years and I still don't know a whole lot of
Anyways.
French.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so Yoshiko would notice, but I don't think she's gonna bring it up unless you do something weird. Continue.
Very well. You want
Gold leaf.
gold leaf. That takes a lot of time, especially with the technology that we have in here, because it's basically hammering it down until it is very, 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 very thin.
Just keeps going for 5 minutes. Very, 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 very.
Yep.
Would you have
I
any other
could.
ideas?
I would say with your skill level, it would take you about a day to make like a square foot of gold
You
leaf.
are now single.
All you gotta do is have Daisy step on it.
1,000 times.
Using her as a power hammer.
Thing of Daisy's the one walking.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, you could make gold leaf.
These hoofs were made for walking.
Unless you can think of something else
Well,
that
how
might help
big is
fix.
the? It's not
I've
that
chosen
big.
somebody else.
Well, she's got like torn up edges, and then you did have something taken
I'll
off your
stream.
wing, but we never specified.
Sorry.
How big it was. Just enough for me to cry.
It would not be. It's not too much.
It's just in a
Kintsugi.
little handkerchief.
I mean, it's fitting
My
for
piece of
Japanese.
wing.
Because it's basically doing
Couldn't I just
kintsugi with
after?
wings.
So it would be.
I'll roll and see how much I make in the day. That's a
I
base
just-
of 11.
I just just know the feeling of your wings being a part of your personality and having that messed up isn't fun.
Just go staple a flower to a wing.
Smith's tools or Tinker's tools?
Smith's tools.
My wings.
Sweet glory.
So, dirty 20.
So dirty 20, taking the remnant piece of her wing that you guys were able to recover that had been cut off, as well as using the gold leaf, and a combination of magic, you are able to, in a period of about 4 hours, make enough gold leaf, and also be able to create a very, very thin and fine gold thread to use it to actually sew it together and attach it in a way where it looks like a thin vein of gold runs along the edge where the wing piece was, and then the gold leaf is kind of like layered on the outside of the natural wing in between to give it the extra strength, as you have just on the tip of one of your wings this very nice, perfectly uniform with the other wing, because he's able to use the piece that was cut off as a template. He's able to perfectly copy that with the gold.
It looks quite lovely.
He also is actually able to make enough that he's able to go through and all of the edges of your wings that were like frayed and jagged, he's able to go in and fill that in as well and fix it, bringing your wings back to their pristine, perfectly rounded look that they should have, with little flecks of gold throughout the edges of your wings.
Yes, you're sparkly and you smell like brownies.
And
That's
it's
such a good
aided by
mix.
the fact that you have
woman.
Macella's father there, who is a professional doctor, who's able to do all of the very fine handwork necessary to do it, because he has a steady enough hand and is careful enough to be able to do so, and knows the anatomy that would be required for that. So working together with him, you guys are able to repair Macella's wings.
Yeah, you look lovely, Marcella. Johan, doesn't she look great?
She does.
You come on.
And on that disappointment,
She always looks very pretty to me.
He's brought it back. I mean, wait,
Maybe.
I don't want to sound like gay. Because I'm
Too late.
You're a female.
You're female.
all right.
All right, that's all I wanted.
As far as the event of the day and what was pulled,
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, that's right.
you as you guys travel, you begin to feel a stillness in the air
Son of a-
as
Again,
the shadow
oh no.
of a large, unfortunately familiar winged dragon,
Are you
as he
joking
did
me?
pull the one card.
Are you joking me?
Is it Razan in the flesh?
It is,
The same.
again, the shadow of Razan, as it
Okay.
appears before you, as in the flesh as he can be in this realm,
Now what?
because you are traveling through a sub-dimension of the Nightmare Realm.
You
Not
don't get
quite
to pull
fully
anymore
the
of the
Nightmare
cards.
Realm.
I'm pretty sure you pulled it last time too.
He was the one who pulled it.
Can we just have Daisy run? Just run.
As you notice off in the distance, very similar to the last time, two gargantuan red eyes, almost like fire, in the light, in the shadow of a skeletal dragon made of pure darkness and shadow.
Everything,
As
everything's just silent. You see the eyes. Ah, shit.
while it stays fairly far back, it's close enough that you can feel his presence and the intimidating aura that it gives off. As the gargantuan dragon, which is hundreds of feet long, and is almost it's almost 40% bigger than the ancient-sized dragon of Lua Prada, who is a full ancient-sized dragon. He's about 40% bigger than her because of his age and how long he's been alive.
You see this door?
as this ancient shadow Dracolich looks at you guys.
Really quick.
And you hear, how's the progress?
Not good.
I smack him as hard as I can.
Not good. It's great.
I assume he's speaking in Draconic again because he
Yes.
only spoke to us in
It
Draconic
is in
last
Draconic.
time.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I
it,
can-
so I
I-
don't
Joe's
actually
just gonna like
say that.
push
Thank
you
goodness.
down
Aren't you the one
into
that
the
I can.
car.
Yes, I can.
I can also understand it.
I know.
Oh yeah,
Draconic.
that's right.
I'm gonna. I got. A sidebar. I am to huddle everyone together. What's bargaining chips here?
Nothing
What did we have? Do we have?
I mean, I
What did he want last time?
to get out.
Do we have one?
No.
We're not giving him one.
No, we don't have one,
We
Calvin.
don't have bargaining chips, hon.
tell him we're on our way.
Are you going to continue to be the spokesperson, or do you want me to step in?
I can if you will, if you don't want to.
You're the one who
We're on
talked to him
our way.
last time.
You guys are so incredibly lucky. I
I
just
can
rolled
try.
to see if he got a perception check to overhear you guys, and I got a 1.
Thank
Calvin,
goodness.
You guys
we're
are
on our
so
way.
lucky.
Calvin,
Yeah.
we are on our way to get one.
Yes, I got you. I step up to the front of the thing. I bow. I do the biggest bow. My toes are at my nose is at my toes. Oh, mighty! I say this all in Draconic, so you guys don't understand what peep I'm saying. Oh, Lord Almighty One, how have you been? How's the weather treating you down here?
Dreadful as usual.
I don't know.
Making small talk with Rasam.
I don't know if that's like a good thing or
Dragon
bad thing
God.
down here, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. You asked for progress, correct?
Yes.
Actually, we are currently in the middle of trying to locate the things that you've asked us to find. We currently do not have one, but we are currently in the midst of looking for it. We are passing through to find one. It is faster to pass through here than it is to walk in the overworld, if you will.
We're not avoiding you or anything.
Can Yoshiko help with the deception check?
Make a deception check.
Yoshiko will help with this.
And full-heartedly, Calvin would probably not know that we even have one.
To be
You're
honest,
not lying.
I'm not lying.
He probably doesn't even remember that we could.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That we don't just have one.
That's
hey, it's not
okay.
a lie for saying we don't have one.
True.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
All right. That's awesome because he got a 24.
Oh, let's see what my.
So-
hold on. Let's
Wait, if I'm
And
helping
yes.
with this, does that do anything for him?
It would give him advantage, but he does
Where's
have a natural
my
20
things?
anyway,
Here
so
we
it's
go.
already
Fair
the best it could
enough.
Deception. 29.
Oh,
be. Okay.
thank
So you
the
will beat that.
heavens
I was
above.
gonna say, doesn't he have the highest one here?
Yeah.
You guys feel the air rush past you as he snorts,
That a good thing?
and he leans close to you guys,
It's like just like right
a
here.
couple feet away. Hurry up. If I encounter you here again without a soul mind, you won't leave.
Oh my gracious one, we will have one the next time you see. You see us. You get the idea. I turn around. Let's leave now. We'll just be taking our things and going.
My followers await.
I do not know that.
And as promised, you will become lords of my world for finding the soul mind.
Lovely. That is what we like to hear. That is what the plan is.
You better hurry. As he slides back and just disappears into the fog.
See ya, Lord. I turn around.
So
What did you say?
We're good. We're good. Let's just keep going.
I will assume that Yoshiko was translating while he was talking.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Heavy sweating intensifies heavily.
so
I look like the one Can Peel meme of the guy who's just.
So we should probably figure out a way to kill him before next time
We
see
should
him.
probably leave.
Probably never get in here
Just
again.
leave. Nobody talk about what just happened until we're out of this.
Oh yeah. Right.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Calvin goes and takes a nap. Calvin lays down.
Don't blame you. This is the
He
guy
has
that
vivid
made the
night
nightmare
horrors,
waste.
but he does not sleep cast.
Your guys' own fear of him manifested him.
I hate
You don't
you.
get to draw another card.
I don't want to draw another card.
Have him draw another card.
I am going.
Take out that
It
one
is not
card.
possible to get that card this time because you guys have gotten it. So for your last half of a day,
Why do we have to draw more than one for one day?
it's a day and a half.
I despise you.
I despise you.
Do you remember you guys have been able to take a full long rest?
We take a long rest?
Oh, that's right.
Thank goodness.
I was gonna say it's been several days.
As you guys are
I am
traveling,
no longer because
you do find a source.
Unfortunate.
You guys actually find a source of food on the side of the road as you travel. As the great source of fear for many children, broccoli is growing on the side of the road.
Broccoli.
it's another new eye color.
It's a what?
I got Kaiser.
You know what you're gonna,
getting
gonna kind of like
every
turn
one.
around and be like, you've been like RBGing over there. Is there something wrong?
Is he different?
He's gone through 3 different colors in the
Three
past
different
3
days.
days.
Which color is this one?
Ultramarine blue.
Have we not met this guy too?
No, I am Kaiser.
You had like a French
3 people we've
accent. You
never
were
met
like
in the
really
last
friendly
3
for a
days.
minute. Nobody's interacting with them either because we just know.
Was a Japanese Ronin for a moment?
He's just
Yep.
psycho now.
Oh.
We know that.
Went from a
Oh.
French engineer.
No, it's
What do you do?
French.
it's okay. Here, give me that.
So what is Kai's response to being an RBG robot?
Sorry.
Clickbait.
Go ahead.
Yoshiko asked if you're fine because you've
Yeah, I'm
cycled. You've like lit up like a Christmas tree. What is a good way to summarize this that isn't a modern analogy?
Your eyes keep changing colors.
Wow, thank
Down
you.
here until you find it.
You're cycling like a revolver for the past few days.
That one?
There we go. I came up with something.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Normally you just stay one for a couple of days.
Ithaca takes over for a second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all tired of just being locked away at the end of the turn, I guess.
How many of you are there again?
10.
We're gonna pull out our notes and see if we have we cycled through all 10.
At this point, yes. Attila hasn't been out for more than a day, though.
Okay.
Do I? Oh, I'm sleeping. I was gonna say, do I hear this?
I mean, we've met everyone.
Yeah. No.
Should we be concerned about anybody besides the red-eyed guy?
Not
Principle
really.
we know is an issue, but for different reasons.
Not really. They're all
Thanks.
still me, just more prone to certain things.
Your pots.
Thank you for your assistance.
As it turns back to blue.
Wonderful. Great. All right, what's your shtick?
I am Kaiser.
What do you do?
Oh.
What's your tick? The real question is, do I need to babysit you?
That's the question.
No.
You're gonna say,
Babysit?
uh-huh.
Other
Says
than
the
that.
person who continuously stole and also got hoisted into the air by a lord. What is he? It's like a knight. What is the mustachioed man's
Oh,
name?
Ramos.
Ramos.
Yes.
I would just like to
Ramos
remind you, Jimmy,
Phineas
you did get
Flanagan,
picked up by your neck
Sebastian
because
of
you stole
Lycanor.
from that guy.
Yes, that guy.
Ramos.
Yeah, Ramos. I could have taken him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got a cocky one.
Was it this one? No.
No, that was
That was Princess.
Oh, that's
That was
right.
your first meeting with Princess.
That was such a
I like
awful
this. I
moment.
like this one.
I like this one. I like this guy.
No, I just think people should be safer in groups.
Right.
Cities are good.
But your first
Are
immediate
big
instinct was that you
cities
could
good?
take him on in a one-on-one fight.
I could take Ramos. He's good, but I got range.
Let's move on.
I do like this one.
Oh no.
As you guys are talking and debating, you arrive at the portal to Peterborough.
Just so you realize, Kaiser is Folkvar's wolf. Folkvar wolf? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Folkvar Wolf's father
Folkvar wolf's father.
is
So-
the personality that he is
He's going off a dwarf. This makes
based on.
sense.
He's a dwarf. Prideful dwarf.
A
Understandable.
Who built a giant city, so
That makes
That
that
makes a
other
lot
joke.
more sense.
what,
Cairo
like,
just
what the
Cairo more.
the second biggest city in the
Just
world.
Cairo squared.
Yeah, this is the one that built Southgate.
that
Yeah.
Cairo assisted with building Southgate.
This is just Cairo based off of personality on himself, practically.
Basically.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Your parents, by the way, are absolutely mortified.
I was gonna
and
say,
probably
just
have
saw
several levels of PTSD from these travels. through this
And
place.
we're just
This is Tuesday.
and we're just and I imagine the conversation of
This place is literally the
You know,
closest
oh,
thing to
this-
hell that
I didn't
they've
think we'd
ever
see
been
this guy
through.
again, and then they're being like, again?
Like, how many
The whole
people do
giant
you
dragon
have
thing.
on your
Your
back?
parents are probably starting to question why it is that they just decided to allow you to sort of
Yeah, they're
venture.
probably gonna put me in a dungeon now, guys.
Existential.
They're never
Well,
letting
you've
me
held
leave
your
the house
own. I feel like
again.
they can't say anything.
The funny thing is they know they can't physically stop you because you're too strong.
Somehow this is the second time we have a direct interaction with this like ancient
dragon.
god of death.
At the same time, though, they understand so much more
And
why
you
you
talked
have to
your
do
way
what
out
you're
of
doing.
it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
well, I'm
Um,
pretty sure once
As
I'm done, they're gonna
as
be
you
like,
guys
"Don't
stop in
leave, never leave."
Peterborough, they offer you the following trade for all of the Hydra blood that you guys collected because they have been able to analyze it and have been able to figure out that it is in fact Lornean Hydra
Let's
blood.
go.
So they will offer you 50 vials of vampire blood
Nice.
for it, as well as they will give you guys 3 supreme health potions.
Nice.
That's gonna help me a lot. I know that.
That is
right now.
10d4 plus 20 health from these.
That's nice.
So that's just max health.
Yes.
You heal
Yeah.
It is potentially 60 health from one health potion.
That's all for you.
for all.
And there's 3 of those,
I
plus 50 vials of
I like that.
Thank you.
vampire blood.
We're fine with that.
for
In
all of
exchange,
our-
yeah,
for
in
all
exchange
of
for
our-
all of the Hydra blood. Because it's very valuable.
Cool.
We can do that.
Don't got that anymore.
And that's going to be extremely useful for them and what they can do with it.
Could Yoshiko purchase a few health potions as well?
Yes, what kind of health? Which level do you want?
At the same level.
Okay.
Those are expensive.
So the highest level, the supreme ones are 1,000 gold each.
Yeah. I was
Let's go lower than that.
The superior ones, the ones that are 8d4 plus 8, are 450 each. And then the next tier below that is 200 each, and they're 64 plus 6. And then the 4d4 plus 4 is 125. A standard 2d4 plus 2 is 50 gold, and a minor 1d4 plus 1 is 25 gold.
Let's go 3 of the 200.
Okay. 3 super potions,
Thank you.
which are these size.
the big boy. The big boy.
And yes, I did make physical versions of all of them. Complete with little tiny red d4s to roll.
You should sell those on Etsy.
Those, yeah, that'd be a fantastic sell on it.
They're a little bit of a process to make, but it'd be fun.
I'm a lord.
So we're currently now in Peterborough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything we need here, or are we passing through again?
Passing through.
Just pass
Where are we heading to now?
her village.
Was there
Going
a?
back to Lore Watch. Or, yeah.
We're going a little bit. We're going back. Yeah. On our
Going back to Lore Watch and then heading up to Nightmare Waits.
way out, I stopped by a bakery and get pies.
Okay. How many pies and what kinds?
Dude, I have so much money.
Think carefully. This is important.
This isn't very important at the moment.
Your future with Marcella just rides on which pies you
I was
choose.
gonna say,
How well do you know her?
I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna make that joke.
buying the whole box.
I will take your entire stock.
Pull a wrong
You like that?
We'll
Paul?
take it up.
We'll take that over here.
You like that? Paul?
Puts down like 4
Right.
coins.
Yeah. I spent like I'm like I put like 100 gold and I'm like
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're gonna buy like 400
I'm
pies.
I'm rich.
How much
Well,
do you
yeah.
have?
I got.
He just got $2,000.
I
2,000 gold.
I will let you know the amount of pies that 100 gold would be
Too many.
would be impossible for you guys to transport.
fair enough.
25.
25.
That'd be like a-
Still.
That's
A standard pie
It's like
is like
2
2
silver.
silver.
yeah.
I'm too rich to like understand.
Dude.
that's me. Can you see why everywhere I go I put down 5
I don't know what
gold?
it means to be poor.
If you
You're
put
about
down
to get humbled and
gold.
die.
if you put down 2 gold,
You will die.
you would
in the next
have
one.
like 10 pies.
Okay.
You could
You're
buy
like
the lot.
Calvin with
Dude,
alcohol.
You could buy the lot of one of every kind of pie that this
This is why
place
they hate each
sells
other, 'cause they're
for a
too
total
similar.
of 3 gold.
Don't say that.
100 gold is stupid.
Johan, you could buy the like one of every kind of pie that they sell here for 3 gold.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So for 3 gold, you buy one of every kind of pie.
Who's playing
We're
this?
start packing up. We do
Okay.
have to get moving, but keep going.
I'm like
All right.
I'm gonna
You're presented with
pies.
so many
15
pies.
different kinds of pie.
I know you're like pies.
She should-
Full face.
The one that she bites into is a chocolate cream pie.
Yoshiko's just gonna do a little clap and stare Johan directly in the eyes.
I join in.
And I'm genuinely like, what?
You did good.
He's got a stack of like pumpkin, pecan, like 4 different kinds of berries, rhubarb pie. There's
That's so nice.
the cream pie, lemon meringue, key lime,
Johan, you have to pay attention to which one she
sweet
likes.
potato.
Okay.
I'm busy making bullets.
I would say really quick. Can I also just scamper off to a bar and I also do the same thing? I put like way too much
Exit.
gold down first, and then I start
Scamper.
taking away gold till it's like 50 gold worth of alcohol.
That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Are you wanting like a bottle of Jello shots or?
Yeah,
What is it?
Hey,
Give me the
50 gold is a large bottle of Jello shots.
give me the most expensive thing you have. That you know what?
Well, the most expensive thing that they sell here would be for 300 gold. You could get a full keg of
we had Thorspin here last time.
yeah, but he bought
which
it.
was like
Yeah,
So they
he
don't
bought
have
it.
that here
You said
anymore. So the most expensive thing that they have is they have a keg
I was ready to spend 100 gold.
of what they call the Owl Bear Brew, and it's just a
Can't say I don't.
really high proficient or
How
high
much
prof,
was that?
With how frugal I am.
like 300 gold.
I put down 301, and so I keep the change, and I take the thing and walk away.
It's a keg of like a strawberry honey mead.
Lovely.
That actually sounds good.
Let me write this down.
Alright.
That's all I do. And then I scamper back. I come back with a large keg of alcohol.
not unexpected.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. All right.
Now I've got a bomb.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alright, no further questions.
All right. And with that, I'm assuming you guys travel back
Yeah.
and then head over to.
The door.
You're going to portal on over back to the Lore Watch exit.
The issue is that we're gonna run into the dragon, aren't we? Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Who wants to pull for the day travel?
You got this, love.
All right. As you guys are traveling
Combat.
on over,
Get my first kills.
you find what looks like the remnants and the broken gear of a fallen party of adventurers. It looks like there is a warhammer that the haft has been snapped in half on. There is a set of half plate with a skeleton inside of it that has been caved in. Looks like something hit it with enough force to completely cave the chest piece in. One of the bodies here has a skeleton where the helmet looks as though something smashed it with great force and actually completely crushed it in and flattened it, pulverizing the skull inside. You're not sure how long they've been here, but it's enough for them to be skeletons at this point. And you can see it looks like they got into a hard fight and they lost. The gear is just completely trashed and broken.
Nothing that can be salvaged.
Oh, it's all rusty.
They couldn't even be buried here. Nobody would get peaceful rest in this place.
Rusted, broken.
Shame.
I can fix broken, but I can't fix rusted.
It's a shame.
Move along.
Calvin's already drunk. Sorry, where are we?
I'm gonna keep him drunk while he's in here so he doesn't have a panic attack, right?
Oh,
Yep. Yep. Probably the smart.
Yeah, man, buddy. And I just put you back in the car. Just, you know what?
I lay down.
Passing the fallen adventurers who unfortunately found their way here. You guys continue to travel along this path, knowing that the path is safe, the path is kind to you, stay on the path, never step off the path. As you follow that mantra and that rule set, you make your way over safely back to the rune circle that leads out the other side by Lower Ridge.
I'm expecting another ambush.
Right?
Always.
As you guys step through to the other side, it is a cool night. You can see fireflies floating around the forest around you. And it's quiet.
Too quiet. I'm asleep.
Standard peaceful night quiet.
So
There's
it's too quiet.
crickets.
Quiet for us.
Well,
yeah.
it's crickets, animals. You can hear like the occasional wolf howl off in the distance, and in the way that is somewhat comforting in this forest and somewhat normal, you can hear the shuffling sounds of undead far off in the distance from where you are.
Cool.
Sorry, we're back in
The shambling woods.
Sorry, we're
You are back in the
what?
shambling woods.
Where we were
Yes.
at the start of the session.
Did we just hop out of a?
You just
out of
left the
the
portal. Yes.
Out of the portal, yeah.
Yeah, we fast forward through that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A little bit of a fast forward.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, you guys are ready to begin traveling to your next location.
Your thing.
So,
My thing.
how far away are we out from the Nightmare Voice from this point?
Yes. So from where you are to the Nightmare Wastes, if you go directly northeast, you guys are 5 days from the edge of the Nightmare Wastes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
That'd
you
be quite a
then,
trip.
you'll then have to take a turn directly east for 4 days. It's about 4 days travel from there to your village.
Okay, so we're looking at about 10 days.
Yes, you're about 10 days out,
Glad we did.
and it's also.
Frost giant.
I also forgot to mention, you guys having talked to the Archbishop, you have successfully been able to stall the election. So the election will be postponed to a later date, and that should give you guys roughly an extra 2 or 3 months of being able to do stuff. So you guys do have some good breathing room, and you will be sent a letter from the Archbishop once that time has been decided on to get the update.
Perfect.
Ooh.
I haven't even decided on a time yet. That's good.
But yes, it's about 10 days from the
Submission
village. You guys are about 9 days from
This took us 6
the
real
tomb.
world months.
Okay, gotcha.
from the tomb of
Yeah.
Sorry.
Of Kobu.
of Kobu.
With Yoshiko having gone through that area before, what kind of preparations would we need to make to go through? Is it basically just overly dangerous because of the
So-
monsters?
The thing to worry about is that there are these weird shape-shifting creatures that will move around, and they turn into your fears. They adapt to what you are afraid of.
So what we faced in the maze,
Pretty much.
just on steroids.
There's, yeah.
Yes, it's pretty much.
For
It's
like
pretty
4
much
days.
expect
Thank goodness
monsters on
Carmen's
the
not
level
here.
of what you face.
Right now, it's
Expect
just-
monsters
for
on the
me,
level
it's
of what
just
you
like a
faced in the
blank
maze
sheet, 'cause
to be in the wastes.
Stronger now.
And there is between where you are and the village, there is no drinkable water, and there is no edible food.
Cool.
There is no plant life alive there. It is a complete, desolate, purplish gray wasteland,
We're gonna have to make sure we pack up.
as
some
all
extra
life has been
stacks.
completely consumed in that area.
So, before we go into
Yoshiko will obviously share
And
the
while
rest of this with
the
the party.
nightmare creatures are not very common, they are common enough there that nobody wants to travel into the nightmare wastes.
Perfect.
Except for us.
Everybody gets a bottle of holy water. And I recommend we maybe have 2 people on watch rather than 1, for the sake of not dying.
I can take the first watch.
You're never going on watch.
That's what I like to hear. I take another big scoop of alcohol.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right.
And I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Would you like to begin the process of traveling to Yoshiko's village tonight? And we can draw some cards and find out what happens for a couple of the days? Or would you like to leave that for next week?
Yeah, might as well start if something
Yeah,
happens.
I don't have work tomorrow morning, so the later this goes, the happier I'll be.
We can do a few
Right.
minutes.
Yeah.
We'll decide if we want to continue when you guys get to the edge of the Nightmare Wastes.
Okay.
Or if a combat pops up.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me do some quick card shifting.
Unless it's an easy
As I do
Lovely.
like to adjust how much of a chance you guys potentially have of pulling ambushes according to where you guys are.
Some zombie hordes between us and them.
Yeah. We can
The other
avoid
thing,
words.
while we
Let's
have a
shine
moment,
it.
since we're going to be
As
traveling
I'm
for a
going to
bit,
pull out 5 of those.
let me know. You can cut me off at any point.
Roleplay time. Go.
Go.
My gosh.
Kevin.
There's a few rules we should address before we get to my village.
Is this something I should be certain of? I've woken up at this point because I hear
Yes.
people talking.
Because this is kind of for you.
Lay on hands for pure sobriety.
It's like waxing someone.
Yeah.
Just ripped off.
Like a band-aid. Oh, alright.
You good?
I'll never get used to the feeling of being sober.
Yeah. Ugh, sobriety. Yes, continue with what you were trying to say.
Yoshiko's considering what your alcohol level is.
He's
Most
sober.
of the time.
I'm sober.
Currently sober.
Currently sober.
But Yoshiko's
He's
just
sober.
thinking about how often you're drunk and whether or not your blood is just liquor.
We've established he can't take.
He's drank
poison.
enough that he has resistance to poison.
None of us should ever draw blood from you. It would not be.
No, it would be worse for whatever.
It's an anesthetic as well.
Your
as
liver
Continue.
is probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just leather.
I don't have a. It's just leather.
You're just alive on spite alone.
Yeah.
His liver is just solid black and bleeding.
Continue.
So, specifically for you, because my village is hidden away, we don't really take well to anyone who breaks rules. That includes stealing. Understand that we take this with the kind of seriousness that they would cut your hand off. Because if there are scoundrels in the village, we don't have time to deal with it. Because everybody has to function in order to stay alive under the mountain.
So you're saying behave or else we all get into trouble.
What I'm saying is I don't know that I have the political influence to keep you from getting your hand cut off.
This is a place where he can't get me out of stuff.
This is something where he would never be able to get you out of anything. If he got involved, he would sooner also
would
get
I.
his hand cut off along with you for being attributed.
Okay.
People are friendly. You've been invited. I'm not saying that anybody's going to try to pick a fight with you, but you are guests, so walk carefully. Because
Alright.
if somebody gets pissed off, I don't know if I can do anything.
I'll make a deal. I'll be fine for the entirety of the time that we go there. As long as. What are we doing after? What are we doing after this location?
Well, we're getting really close to where your little coin thing is out in the Nightmare Waste. I don't see why we can't handle that while we're
Yeah, I
there.
would say just. As long as we get my thing, I'll behave.
That's fair.
That's fine.
Alright.
So there's that. The second, we probably shouldn't talk about the fact that I can slurp souls or that I have Kobu's weapon. Just don't bring that up, please.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. My village is really superstitious, and people with my kinds of powers are not treated kindly.
What about people like him?
So,
We don't mention he has a soul mind. I have never heard of a soul mind. Nobody's gonna know what a soul mind is there either.
Do we just put a big old
Will there
cloak
be
over him?
will there be a problem since I'm a knight of the church?
As long as you don't try to proselyte or bring up your opinions, then no.
During this conversation, I put on my armor.
For the first time ever, he puts on his hat.
When'd you get that?
He
from like the
finally
very
did it.
beginning.
I go
a
to
year in real life ago.
I go to reach to grab like another.
He's
cup
been
of
forgetting
alcohol,
to do
and
that
pull out
for a
chest plate,
year.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right.
He's finally put it on
right
after a
the
year.
den mother. I
It's got
repaired
like
it, and
dust
you went to
on
go
it
buy
and
it.
stuff. It's
Yeah,
got like
years ago.
spider webs.
Yeah, Jeez, dusty. I don't even wanna- Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Just the party's fine because they've been invited, and my family knows what you all look like. They're not going to be weirded out by a robot walking in
More than me.
because you're with me. Nobody's supposed to get in unless they're escorted.
I have
Okay.
sorted out which cards are in the deck for this
So-
section. Which ones are not.
The point being, step carefully because although people act nice, there are strict rules. I can do what I can. Other thing, people leave fruit out. It's not for you. If you take something, leave coin.
So it is for me. I
It
just
is
got to
for
leave
you,
a
but you
coin.
don't. Yes, you have to trade
So
fairly.
it is for me.
Trade fairly. Accept gifts and give something back. If somebody gives you something, you have to promise a favor or give something back.
Oh, I'm gonna like this.
No, you're not.
I
Also,
I
real
take
quick,
out my IOU
roll
coin.
roll a history check for me real quick to see if you would know what time of year it is in your village.
Would that be intelligence?
Yes.
What is 9 plus 4? 13?
13.
You would know that it is part of the festival season
Oh boy.
of your village. What that means is that every year her village holds a special festival where pretty much it is the festival that allows people to come together and start courting. So it's a festival of courtship. And the way that it works is that, as Yoshiko explains to the group, the men will start first, or sorry, the ladies will start first to try and show off skills, talents, and abilities that they have to impress people. Whether that is, their skills with a bow, their ability as a seamstress, their ability as a cook, whatever skill it is that they want to show off, they will show off. And if a potential suitor is interested in them at their booth or where it is that they are performing, the suitor will take one of their feathers and present it to them. Now, what will happen is at the last, or in the second week, any lady who was given a feather can then go around to the different men who have given her a feather, and the men will take their turn performing tasks, trying to show off their strengths, their worth, and their value in different ways through different things. Whether that is showing off their swordsmanship, their ability as a smith, a woods carver, whatever their skills are, they're trying to show off that they can provide. And if one of the ladies that they have given a feather to reciprocates, they will then take a feather of their own and give it to the person who gave them a feather. And that is a signal of if a lady reciprocates and gives you a feather back, that means she would like to start the courtship process, and you are now able to start that courtship process. And that is how that works in her village.
Yoshiko will
So you guys will be arriving at the start of that,
Oh.
if everything goes
Fun.
to schedule.
So I feel like as Yoshiko is racking her brain to see if there's anything else she should specify, she realizes this information and just no. Oh.
Are you afraid you're gonna get courted while we're?
Mother is a nightmare.
Oh, that's a yes, isn't it?
Do you know what it's like to have a mother who can read your mind?
That you what?
Everyone in my village is typically a spellcaster. This is just kind of how it works when you're in the nightmare realm because magic is everything. And so everyone.
About 70% of the population of her village are seers of some sort,
So
Gotcha.
or have the gift of seership.
most of the clans the head houses who lead the village have some sort of seership. My mother is from a family that does mind stuff. What is it, thought thief?
Yes.
My mother is a thought thief. Do you know how
Yes.
awful it was to be a quote-unquote rebellious teenager and have a mom who can read minds?
Yeah, it was
So I'm
So
gonna,
for reference as well as how rare the gift of seership is, outside of Yoshiko's village in Greater Mistrid, it is less than 1% of people have the talent for seership.
this is part of the reason I bring up don't talk about the fact that I have Kobu's weapon or Slurping Souls or any of that, because my family used to have this talent and they were disgraced for it.
And only 1% of the 1% of seers has the Soothslayer power set.
It's not something that occurs very often. Think of it as like witches, burn them at the stake kind of thing.
All right, I'm just simply not going to talk to anyone, and if
Wonderful.
something does happen, I'll just give them
Someone gives you
gold.
a feather, apparently.
If
Watch as you get it.
So, I would be very grateful
I would love
if
it.
none of you accepted coin from my mother for anything.
Do
She's gonna
not.
fetch and try something. Don't do it. If she comes to you asking
If
for a favor.
if someone's gonna hand me a coin, I'm gonna take a coin.
If you take a coin, you have to do something back.
What if
He's the wrong
We
person.
just shot
Does
me
not take
now.
things.
and we just buried me here?
No. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. I smacked Daisy in the butt.
So those are my specifications for us traveling.
As you smack her metal bottle.
Boing.
It's a 1, so yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna take a coin.
Crack to the
Yeah,
ribs.
it's a 1 to hit, so no.
Okay. She tried.
It's a kick and you're oh!
Oh, I got slowing.
All right.
Who
Who wants to pull for the first day of travel?
I haven't pulled anything yet. I don't trust your cards.
Okay. As you guys set out and awaken, or as you set out to travel, the day starts with a bad omen. As Yoshiko, when you're tying your shoelace breaks.
I have
What this
shoelaces.
means is that if the next card that you pull is a club card, you will then draw 2 cards and take the worst result, and that's what will happen today.
Lovely. Pull again. Let's test our luck.
So
I'll make
if it is a club card, you will then pull 2, and the worst result will happen. Otherwise, you will have gotten off lucky for the day. It is an ace. So it was just a bad omen. Nothing more. Nothing bad happens.
Let's go
on the day.
trips or something. Hence the broken shoelace.
Mom's back.
Nothing too crazy.
Oh no, mama.
Yo, Mama, this sounds like
understand
Yoshiko
you're
needs some
very,
family therapy. Yes,
set
yes, she
on,
does.
Johan, but considering
She
that
very
there's
much
a
does.
lot of people with wings who might be feeling very flirtatious, keep your options open. Just slide away.
Rude. Okay.
Just saying, there were some people with some very nice feathers. Maybe just as sparkly as your wings.
You haven't told any of us that you're at night besides her.
That's right.
Let me tell you right now, keep it to yourself around me.
Right. Who wants to pull for day 2?
I've only pulled the bad thing every other time I've pulled.
Every other
True.
time you say.
When we get back, we'll make some. I'm not gonna bring it up. Not that I'm keeping it to myself, but I'm just still like autistic, and I'm just like, oh, cool.
As,
This
as
is
you guys
important,
are
though.
traveling today, in the far distance, you do see the silhouette of a frost
Another
giant.
About what?
Ow.
Frost
You see
giant.
the silhouette of a frost giant
That thing
far ahead of you guys up
The
on a
one
ridge.
that we were.
So it's far ahead of you guys up on a ridge as you see it climbing over the ridge and down the other side.
Ankles.
Nope, nope.
We just happened to
Let it be.
notice something unfortunate,
Yes.
Leave
potentially.
it be.
I'm
Is
gonna, like,
it in
slice
our
the Achilles
way?
tendon.
It's in the direction you guys are going, but
That's cool.
it's far enough off that it didn't notice you. It just because of the size, you guys saw it as you were traveling.
Well,
Climb over a ridge line and go down the other side.
We'll deal with it as it comes up.
yeah. Lord Gareth wanted us to get that and bring it back to him.
You also
We
get to the
would've had
point
that.
where
We're
up
gonna
ahead of
deal
you,
with that.
you can start to see far in front of you the woods beginning to change temperature as it begins. As you guys are moving in, it's getting colder. Far ahead of you, you are starting to see trees that are showing signs of little bits of snow on them as it is starting to chill and get much colder.
We're gonna need to hunt in this area
Yeah.
so that we can get lots of foods.
I was about to say we should hunt.
Food and warm clothing and water.
Water.
I'm sure we have enough warm clothing.
You look at me and I'm in a chest plate and the equivalent of a Hawaiian shirt and shorts. And I'm like,
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. I got cast
You're like the
flame.
equivalent of every teenage boy who walks around.
It's
in shorts
already
and
quite
Utah winter.
chilly for you, as you're saying that.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
It's not easy to chili.
You just look like
Shimmy,
the
shimmy,
average
bit.
Mainer.
Are you just
It's
so
like-
hyper now?
It's
I'm
like
still Kaiser.
55 degrees out right now in this part of the forest where you guys are in.
Yeah.
Go catch your
I'm
own
not
fur.
sure if frost giant meat is very healthy.
We don't need to get a frost giant. We just need to get like an elk or something.
So
You
it's
know,
Alright, let's go hunting.
Oh, we totally could kill a frost giant.
it's the Kaiser.
for food.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's been multiple days.
Hunting. I'm going to help Marcella.
Hunt, hunt.
I'll go with.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
2. Yoshiko flies into a tree and knocks herself out.
And that Outlander. those,
Oh, honey.
10!
10. Okay.
I'll just be gathering food that we're using on the trip.
Okay. All right.
I feel like I should be better at that.
As Marcella is out hunting with her 10, she is able to find 2 large rabbits and bring them back. It's enough food for, for the party. It's about a day's worth of food. You guys could make a nice rabbit stew out of it, and it would last you guys about a
Thought
day.
you were helping.
Cool. I was trying. Anybody else want to make a roll?
Oh, yeah, fine.
go
I'll
ahead.
show you how it's done.
Mama says,
didn't do
use the frost
anything.
giant as food. Do it for the gains.
Do it for the games.
If it comes to
Protein!
it, yes.
9.
9.
Nice.
I got a 4.
Suck at this.
Look at us.
Macella's the only one who is successful today in
That's
her
good.
hunt,
Oh, that's
but you guys can try again tomorrow.
I bring
as
back a bundle of twigs.
who would like to pull for the
Ooh,
next day?
For food.
As you guys
Go
are
ahead.
on the border now of the Lost Woods.
I'm not gonna stop him.
No, nor mine.
Can't deal with a
It-
dragon right now.
It does look like today, as you guys awaken, you have contracted a sickness,
Every fetching
I
time.
guess.
Except for me.
except for you,
Hey.
because both of you are immune to sicknesses.
And then I high five.
He just, yeah,
Like poisons or swords?
it's sickness.
Sickness.
Oh.
You guys awaken with a fever, but luckily you have a paladin who has lay on hands, and so he's able to go through and cure everyone, so it's not a problem.
Food.
You
Hunt.
know,
I've even done that
40
during the
your-
night.
My love.
Yeah. He does have to use like 40 of his lay on hand
yeah,
points,
yeah,
but
he's
you know.
40 foot.
Is survival intelligence?
Well,
But what else are you gonna do? It?
Oh, hey, look, I have
No,
proficiency in this.
Okay.
16.
16.
21.
11.
That's what I'm talking about. 15.
Okay.
So much
Apparently,
better.
I don't hunt anything today.
Am I rolling a 20? I don't know why I did. I got
No.
14. I don't know this well.
I got a 20.
As you guys split off to go hunting today to try and find resources, Johan is able to take out and successfully hunt a good-sized doe, a good-sized white-tailed doe,
Nice.
and bring it back, giving you guys about.
That's a couple days of food.
Yeah.
That's a decent
Uh,
piece of food.
Give me 1 second while I look up the average size of a female white-tailed doe.
What, about 400, 300 pounds?
But it's a dough. It's a little
It's
bit
a-
less.
It's
So
probably
it'll be 200.
200.
200.
Okay, about 125 pounds worth of meat.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Which, yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah.
That's.
That'll last
Um,
us.
Considering there's 6
Yoshiko is
people.
able to,
Smoke
with
it,
her 17.
That'll last for.
16.
He's chucking it
16.
in a bag of a hole.
Yoshiko is able to find a good meal for today, and some stuff to go with it. As she's able to shoot a couple of, or find and kill a couple of sage grouse,
Nice.
finding 3 fat grouse, and as she is traveling back, she also finds some wild radishes, and
Daikon.
Calvin finds some wild cucumber, some wild ginger, and some wild onions
Look at you.
for you guys.
We're having
I-
curry tonight, boys.
I just assumed they were like sticks, and I come back and you're like, oh, you actually found something. This is edible.
Vegetables?
Yeah, you've been on the sea most of your life. You don't know what
I
plants are.
I go up to the fire and start adding.
Oh!
Oh, sorry.
We eat those.
Oh, okay. Okay, here, so it's
You pull out a twig.
And
you're like,
Cairo, with his skills as an outlander, is able to gather other useful fruits and berries from around the area. So you guys are able to have enough supplies and rations for you guys to be able to travel into the Nightmare Waste. And, if you're being smart, you have about 30 days worth of rations
So, yeah,
that
we
you guys
tend
have
to
found.
I come back. Galvin, I got some shrooms.
I drop what I'm holding and turn and go.
The portobello.
So they're good? Alright.
I don't know what that means.
I think that means they're not poisonous. Or not toxic.
Or they
Why
might
are you
make you go
disappointed?
see things.
But they're also not hallucinogenic.
They're not that fun, bro. I give it back.
All right, you guys are on the edge of the Lost Woods as you camp for the night. I will have somebody roll perception.
Let's go.
As you guys are taking watch, which I guess would be Cairo,
That is
because
him.
Cairo pretty much is the watch
Yeah.
guy.
That's fair.
Uh-oh. You don't
Did we implement the fact that we have 2 people on watch yet?
I thought that was for the.
That was just for the nightmare. All right, then I'm not here. I'm
So
asleep.
a 10.
Oh.
You do hear off in the distance what sounds like heavy wing beats
Let's go.
as you are camping, and you do notice the shadow on the moon of a large dragon.
Dang.
Luckily, it does not look like you are noticed, but you do notice the shadow of a large, adult-sized dragon
Well, can't say I'm a knight if I can't
flying
slay a
over the
dragon.
woods.
You're asleep.
Oh,
Right, because we're
On-
in the Lost Woods now. That's
Yes,
where the
on the
dragon
next-
is reported.
On the next day, as you guys awaken, you notice that there is a very sharp line that separates the Lost Woods from the Shambling Woods that you guys are in. Where the Shambling Woods has a lot of dead trees as well as pine trees, the Lost Woods are a lot of evergreens, more less than like large pines. They're more of smaller spruces, Douglas firs, and most of the trees are actually either frozen or heavily weighed down in snow.
That's just awful.
And the snow is like several feet thick
Oh, back home.
or feet deep in these woods. So it's going to be effort to move through. And with how big it is, you think it's going to take you guys 2 days to make the progress that you would have taken
days.
in 1 day. So it should take you 4 days to get through the Lost Woods,
Okay.
depending on luck and stuff, or if there's anything you can do to try and speed up that travel.
Okay.
Detour?
For what?
Detour?
What do you do with that dragon?
What dragon? What are you speaking of?
Right. There was a dragon that flew over last night.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, the one's
Oh,
a good one.
the one we've been.
I don't want to deal with a dragon.
Do we
We
have
just
to
need-
deal with the dragon?
We
We
kind of.
just need its breath.
We don't need to kill it.
How do we get the breath?
Without
That's-
promising something in return.
Cairo pulls out his high-tech device that he's created. It's a mason jar.
This, I call a jar.
What does it do?
It holds stuff.
Like.
So
I
like
know.
a box?
I go on the ground. I just scoop up some dirt and we go to
Wow.
And then it does hold stuff. You go.
Okay, that's
I'm glad
nice.
you confirmed that.
I mean, we need its breath to break out
Lady.
the Hell Vault
Yeah.
or whatever.
have a way
Kiana.
to do
The Void Vault.
Void Vault.
Yeah, how do you like collect dragon's breath?
Well,
I
magic.
can come up with a way, but
in like how long?
Do we
with
make
what
a
tools?
detour or do
I have
detour
tools.
now,
We
or
have a
do we
workshop in the cart.
do we want to wait, or do we want to deal with it?
No.
Do we want to?
Wait, we have to
then?
deal with it
We have to
eventually.
deal with it eventually.
Look,
And
We'll
we
need
can't.
its
So let's
breath unless
let-
we want to try to find another way to get Kiana out of the Void Vault.
We can.
We don't even know if that's the way to do it, do we?
no, we have a
we don't.
suspicion.
We deal with it when the moment arises.
It's a theory on how to get it out, but we don't know for
We
sure.
won't be able to leave this corner of the world until we try something with
We
it.
could do it on the way back.
Let's do it on the way back.
way back.
Well,
I
on the
would
way
love-
back, I thought we were going to cut across.
Oh, right.
Corpse,
How we would cut it.
Corpse Queen.
I don't.
Well, the fastest way there would be to go back to the portal, teleport over to Peterborough, because the Peterborough portal is 2 days from the Bog of Silence.
We have to go
Right,
through,
never
back
mind.
through
So either
the
way-
Lost Woods anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can do it on the way back.
Yeah. Let's
You
do
can
that.
ask some people in my village because the spellcasters, if they can have any idea about what you could do.
That's true.
Yeah, they might have.
The next several
We could also
days.
talk to my friend.
You have.
You got friends? Sorry, that
We're
came out.
friends.
That came out more rude than I expected it to.
Friends.
Yeah, it's not like she's not been rude to you.
Okay.
Forward.
Oh, keep going. So now it's 2 days for the price of one.
Yes.
Yeah.
because of snow.
Or
That'll do it.
Oh,
Ooh. All right.
Ooh.
Paying attention is the card you have pulled.
Uh-oh.
If you can call the correct suit of the card at the bottom of the deck, take 1 day off of travel.
Honey.
this is a you thing.
Got a 1 in 4 chance to be wrong. I don't know.
okay,
Or
pessimist.
1 in 3. To be
1 in
wrong.
3. No, you're right.
It was hearts last time.
1 in 4 to be correct. Or actually, no, not 1 in 3.
It is spades.
Good job.
Look at you.
So, by paying attention to your surroundings, you guys are able to take advantage of patches of snow that are more packed down, as you notice a pattern,
Look at you.
and you're able to use the snow areas that are more packed down in order to stay on top and not sink in. And you're able to travel along that, speeding up your progress and allowing you guys to make the about the same amount of progress as you normally would have made. So,
2 days, 2 wastes.
all right, on this next day, you guys are 2 days out.
Anyone else want to do a card before I do one again?
Don't worry.
I think
drew it in
As you travel today,
I think you need to
strange creatures keep remaining just out of sight, just enough that you guys can see eye shine or just glimpses of them off in the distance. Seem to be following your movement, but they seem to keep their distance the entire day as well. It's almost as if they're just curious, as if they haven't encountered many people.
Gremlins.
What?
Gremloblins?
Ghoul.
Gremlins.
Ghoul.
If you guys want, you can make a perception check to try and figure out what these creatures are.
I mean, the number
You
of
keep
times
seeing
we've been stalked and it's come back to
Yeah.
bite us, that would be nice to know.
12? Look at you.
Perception?
Yeah.
No.
Dirty
30, 20.
I got a 2.
22.
You two, notice and are able to figure out it's a group of kobolds following you guys.
Oh.
They seem to just be curious, watching what you guys are doing. You're able to count up about 15 individuals in this small group of kobolds, and you notice that they are white with little black stripes. They're about 3 feet tall at the most, and there's in number about 15 of them.
Can I fall back from the group a little bit and call out to them in Draconic?
Yes.
I would hear this, and I would.
What would you like to
follow you, but I would listen.
What would you like to say?
Hello, little friends.
I have a feeling.
Do you eat kobolds?
I don't know what that is.
Do you eat us?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
I have a question for you. Can you come out of the trees?
Maybe.
Depends
on what the question is.
I'll give you alcohol if you do.
And then you hear a sharp as one assumably elbows the other one and goes,
Don't tell it where we are.
I'll give you alcohol if you come out here.
Don't speak with. Wait, what was that?
I'll give you alcohol if you come out here.
White Claw, they have alcohol.
As proof, I pull out the thing and I start
Climbing
pouring
tree,
out.
no.
I start pulling out
How'd you
little
know?
cups of stuff. I have your tea set somehow.
I'm going.
I'm just like,
you hear the sounds of 15 tiny sets of feet as they trudge through the snow walking on top because they're small.
You'll
As
just turn
a
around
group
and
of
have a good
15 goblins or 15 kobolds come out from the trees and around. Little packs, little parkas that they're wearing
That's adorable.
and stuff.
We don't
They're
buy.
little 3 feet tall lizard guys with little tails. They're white scaled, look like tiny little dragonborn crossed with goblins. That's pretty much what these things are. as they step up. One of them steps up.
I am the leader of our group.
Then you deserve the biggest glass. I give him my personal goblet.
He takes it with 2 hands. As he grabs it, you see he plants his stick
I think they're a little smaller than
next to him. On his back, he's got a little basket. On his back, in the basket, it looks like he's got a bunch of like coal that he's carrying. On his hip, he's got a vial that looks like it has some kind of blue ooze in it. And in his stick, at the end of it, you see this like little shard of ice that's like tied to it, almost in like the shape of a spearhead, carved. As he plants it and he takes his 2 hands on the goblet, he begins to drink it, and you just see him chug, 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 chug.
Alright, I've got their attention.
chug.
Now.
As he puts it down, he goes,
That is some good stuff.
as he sets it down, his belly noticeably a little bit bigger from the amount
I've never
that
seen
he
somebody
drinks.
take the same amount of alcohol as you do.
As he sets it down and goes,
Thank you. My name is Chief Whiteclaw.
Perfect name.
So I've got a question for you, White Claw.
Yes,
you notice that one of his hands is it's completely white, while his other one has like the stripes across it, like black stripes, but this one is pure white, and his claws on this side are white, while normally the nails are black on the other one. Like everyone else has black
wonder
nails,
why he's
just
called
for some
White
reason
Claw.
on the right hand of this one, he's got white nails, and thus the reason he was named White Claw.
Beautiful lore. So we noticed while we were camping out here that there was a dragon flying around. Is there only one?
just the one in the area.
And which one is that? Is it a specific color?
Well, we call the great worm here, we call her the slumbering one, or the snowy one, depending on the day. Sometimes she makes it snowy, thus we call it the snowy one. Most of the time she sleeps, thus we call her the slumbering one. But her actual name is Iriku.
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 Oh, I'm not.
Has she been here for a while?
She's been the one who's ruled over this area for a couple of years now at this point. This has been her territory.
How? Sorry, this is Maddie talking to Noah. Great worm is how powerful?
You would know that the kobolds refer to dragons as great worms.
Just in general.
In general, not by necessarily their size category or anything. Based on what he saw it was probably about an adult-aged dragon.
Okay, we can at least determine that. Slumbering is an interesting description.
She likes naps.
Can relate.
The Lost Woods.
These woods weren't always snowy. Before she came, they were actually quite temperate.
Did you notice anybody else, kind of like us humans? Yoshiko hesitates as she says human, us peoples.
Larger.
And every once in a while, we'll catch people coming through. It's not very common. Sometimes we'll get lone hunters and we'll, scare them off and steal their deer or something, but that's really kind of it. And it's only to survive.
Have you noticed anybody coming through here heading in the direction of the big purple wasteland?
No, nobody goes there. We don't go there. It's too dangerous.
Trying to think if I have any other questions for these guys.
Last time we went there, we lost Rock Top. He got grabbed. A big vulture flew down, grabbed him, and flew off.
Definitely don't go over there.
We don't anymore.
Good. I don't have any other questions for you. Well, other than this, do you happen to know where this slumbering one's lair in a general area is? We'd like to avoid it. I lie through my teeth.
Well, that would depend a little bit. You got a spare bottle of that alcohol?
You
Or
heard the man.
maybe a small keg? Or something?
I think it's
Is this a trade?
trade for information.
Trade for information.
I
The accuracy of which might depend on the quantity of
I
alcohol
grab-
provided to us.
I grab my personal goblet back, fill it up, and then just put over the rest of the thing.
The
But I tend to
cask.
go,
Is this going to be one of the small casts that you were given by the Archbishop, or do you want to give
I'm
him
out
the
of
big
those.
cast?
No, this is the one that I just got.
Okay,
The, bear
the big one?
Yeah.
Their eyes all light up, and you see all the tribe's people just like smile as they like turn to look at each other.
Having a fetching tea party with a bunch of lizards.
After her information, I have something to ask in return of this too.
Okay, yeah, this seems like a fair trade for two good pieces of information. The sleeping one's chambers are a couple days to the southeast of here. Currently, where you guys are, it is 1, 2, 3, about 5 days to the southeast or southwest. Sorry, of where you guys currently are.
Okay.
That's where her lair is. It's under a great lake of ice. That's where she sleeps.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Was your
start
question?
translating for the rest of the group.
Did the rest of the group hang back, or wait till
And what question can we answer for you?
Not a question, more of a request.
Yes?
Do you have one of your men that can join us on our journey?
Son of a
What?
guy.
He's trying
Just
to.
one.
He's trying to adopt
Just
that
one.
kobold.
Just one. All I need is one.
Why?
I just gave you the most expensive alcohol on the block. I
Oh,
expect
right.
at least something or someone in return.
So Calvin, they're not
It was for
invited to the
information,
village.
not for
Oh, are they
trading
not
a
allowed in
person.
the village?
They are not invited to the village. The party is.
You guys are
I
going to a
look-
village? Good
Yes.
luck.
I look at Kobold.
I know my way around.
I want your clothes.
There are no villages around here. I'm not giving you my tiny parka.
I go over and start to grab the.
I
the
will
jug.
smack your hand. Listen, how about we split half the alcohol off because you only answered one question, and I give you something else so that I don't anger my friend.
The alcohol was already given.
At which they all like come together, pick it up, and run
They're just gonna start
right
laughing.
into the woods, carrying away the keg.
This is not out of character. We're just like.
I expect compensation.
Yoshiko will pull out. How much was your
And as
drain
they're
alcohol?
running, they're like waving spears and stuff above their heads. The one they were carrying, like,
Okay, you gotta admit that was pretty
It's-
funny.
they-
Though.
Did you?
It was pretty funny.
I don't understand what you were talking about, but did you just get swindled?
It wasn't really a swindle. It was more for her. I just wanted something.
Also, for reference, the name that they gave you is the name that the kobolds call the dragon. So,
Good.
No, it's fine.
better than nothing.
Don't worry about it.
So Yoshiko will pass off the information that she got. I figured out where the dragon is. It's under a lake,
Under a lake.
frozen lake.
Did you get any information specifically about the dragon? Temperament,
What kind of bread?
friendliness.
She likes to take a nap, like all the time.
Dormant.
She sleeps.
you also got the information that she's the reason why it snows here.
Yes.
Okay. was
I don't
hoping to
think
see
the
if they'd
kobolds
be willing to
interact with
trade.
Or
The kobolds do not interact or talk with people very much.
So I got what I could get out of them. They don't seem like they interact with her specifically. Would Yoshiko know much about kobolds?
Not really. You've never encountered them other than that.
Fair enough.
And the occasional random kobold, you meet in a city. Sometimes you'll run into them.
Because
They seem friendly enough.
I know that kobolds
You do
would
know
very
that-
deliberately try to align themselves with dragons if they like
You
them.
you do also know that kobolds are incredibly hard workers and love to work their butts off. It's just what they do.
So why wouldn't they want to be indentured servants to a
If you actually
dragon?
look into
There's
lore,
obviously a
kobolds
reason
put
they're out
dwarves
here by
to shame
themselves.
when it comes to the whole rock and stone mining thing. Kobolds put dwarves and other races to shame with that.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to do.
It's crazy.
That was fun.
All right, move on.
Would I know anything about kobolds? Maybe.
Yeah,
you
make a history
specialize in
check.
vampires.
Yeah, but
You probably know of them. But
What?
Probably as much as
I don't know.
as much as other people. You occasionally run into kobolds in your travel. They're not too uncommon in cities.
they're nothing I hunt.
Some will live there and they'll work. They're just honest, hardworking people.
Final
Some
day.
can be a little tricksy, but
I've never had to
all
they're
right,
pretty good.
do we trudge on then?
Yes.
Yep.
They're an extremely intelligent race as well. Right.
That was nice.
Yeah.
So some information gathered.
Onward.
And then my
And-
teapot back.
Last day.
Sorry. Oh, well, they stole one of the cups.
I'll do it. No.
Okay.
Ambush.
Right.
I'm ready.
No, but
The
you do.
kobolds come back to stab us.
As you do get to the last day, you do find the frozen body of a traveler,
Oh.
somebody who has succumbed to hypothermia and frozen solid. They are curled up under a tree, in the fetal position, completely blue, and covered in snow and ice. Their campfire, the remnants of it in front of them, also encased in a block of ice. It looks like something froze them solid.
Something. Okay.
Oh, what's that?
I can't really bury this person.
They're already buried in ice.
I mean, I guess Ishika will just draw some runes and say a quick prayer. Unfortunate.
All right.
Then, no.
And that is really the major event of the day. Other than that, it's the continuous slow trudge as you guys finally make your way to the edge of the Nightmare Wastes. As you step out, the temperature changes dramatically as you reach the edge of the Lost Woods, and it goes from a cold average of like 10 degrees outside to stepping into the Nightmare Wastes. It goes back to the regular temperature of Mistrid, a little bit hotter because it's pretty much a desert in this section. As you guys transition out to what is an average of like 80 to 90 degrees per day, is a very sharp temperature change.
It's like within 12 feet.
And it's almost like a magic border of a temperature change right on the edge. There is, the moment the edge hits, there is no plant life, there is nothing growing out into the Nightmare Wastes. It is just a hard line of this like purplish, this like pale white purplish sand.
Definitely magic.
And that is all that the Nightmare Wastes are.
Nice.
You do see like pools of water, but the water looks black and stagnant. And there is no movement out there. It is silent, as far as the eye can see.
Would this be a good time for everybody to list their greatest fears so that we know what we're prepared for?
And with that, we're going to go ahead and end off the session for today.
Lovely.
And we will pick up with you guys next week.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for the people who stayed.
Thank you so much for everyone who watched,
Thank
especially
you.
those who watched all the way through. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys again for the early raids as we got this set up today. We really appreciate you all, and we'll be back again this time next week.
Hopefully.
We appreciate
Hopefully.
you all. Thank you guys so much. Check out the YouTube, check out the Discord. Feel free to talk with us in there. And of course, we're going to be streaming a couple of streams throughout the week. Just a couple of games. I'll probably do a couple repo or for honor or some speed runs or something. We'll have some fun through the week. Just keep an eye out for it, and we'll have some fun.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.